Make sure that you like the stream if you haven't. I know I took the weekend off. I finally have a schedule for y'all to remember as far as uploading videos and as far as me going live. I now have a schedule. Hopefully I can stick to it. Okay? But as far as my Jada Black channel, I will upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. As far as doing live streams, I will do a live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let's do the calls first. This is the call. Nah, the calls always gonna have to go last after commentary. But as far as that concerned, let's see. As far as stream clips or videos that I put on this channel, I will at least try to put up a video once a day on this channel of a particular topic. So that will be the upload schedule. I'm trying best to stick to it. So y'all have a very good idea of when I go live. All right, let's see who's here. And shout out to Ernest and Nick with the super chats. Denise M, what's going on? True, ATL and Brittany B, Tay Mays, Gregory, Amani, Vern 85. See, True, Miami. What is it? Solider. Let's see, Gerard, J Flow. Ernest Jalil, Michael, Brian, Mellow Bird, Vicos, Gerald, Dungeon Master, Christina, Maria, Salgado, DJB, Sarah Lou was good. Hopefully y'all getting the notifications. I appreciate that, Gregory. Sending out some extra notifications. All right. China White, what's going on? Make sure that you have your key. And shout out to all the members and the moderators. Yeah, Miss Chris, I know you Miss Chris. Christina, I just want to say your full name, Christina. I know you go by Miss Chris. I just want to say your full name, you know. But we're going to talk about people going back to their exes. Y'all know I did a video today on Trippie Redd, rapper, who took back a girl who showed no loyalty towards him whatsoever. She's trolling him with a guy he's beefing with. But because he's so in love with her, and moderators, can y'all put that link in the chat? That's a link to the video, but y'all need, hopefully y'all can do all that else. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. And what we're going to talk about is not giving energy to exes ever. I know that it can be difficult, you know. but it honestly shouldn't. What's good, Gemini? Yeah, hit the like button, people. You got to be able to cut people off. You know, I was speaking to a female and I told her, I said, I don't take exes back ever. Once I'm done, I'm done. No, that situation didn't end on good terms, sir. She literally helped troll him with another guy. Like, this female was in bed with this dude taking photos, and the dude claimed he smashed her. She never denied it. You know? Now, again, I will say this though. If I end on good terms with the ex-girlfriend, then I end on good terms. That doesn't mean I'm going to take them back. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't take them back. You know? If you want to take back an ex, you can do that. But I'm talking about me. Because the thing about exes is that once you take them back once, especially if they were dysfunctional, right? Especially if they did something that really like hurt you to the core, you know, are you going to take them back like they cheated on you? They were consorting with your quote unquote enemies. Are you going to take those people back? Because honestly, that's why you have to let sleeping dogs lay. You know, shout out to Shy. WWE star John Cena avoided getting back with his ex. Yeah, that's why the ex is mad at him, because he hasn't shown any interest in getting back with her. None whatsoever. This is why she's with this new guy talking about how good the sex is. And how much better of a guy he is, you know. That's some bitter shit, you know. Now again, just because I don't want to have any type of situation with an ex doesn't mean that I hate them. Like, if I end on good terms with an ex, then that's how it is. Doesn't mean I have any hatred towards you, just that I don't want to give you my energy like that. I need to reserve the energy for myself, you know. And the thing with me is that more and more I just don't see myself as a relationship person because of the fact that you have to give your energy to somebody. You know, you have to be able to basically, this is the person that you're with. And sometimes when you think about it, you're better off not being in that situation. Hold on a second. Now, I know that we all deal with certain things and have certain experiences, right? That will lead us back to an ex, or, you know, we're just in a dry spell. Because that's what happens when people are in a dry spell. They're going to go back to their ex, you know, especially if that ex is still obsessed with them. This is why you have women that will continuously take a guy back, even though they know that that guy is unhealthy and toxic for them. And then when that situation goes wrong, they want to blame all men, right? They want to blame all men for why this one guy has such a hold over them. They continuously take them back. And I'm seeing that. I'm seeing women just really get angry at all men because that one guy, they can't shake. You know what I'm saying? They can't shake this one guy. So they'll continue to go back and forth with him. And when they're not together, she's angry at the world. But when they are together, you get all these plans, right? You get all these plans. Want to do all these different things. You're talking about marriage and moving in together. And it never works out. You know why? Because the dude is pump faking. He knows he has you, you know, in the palm of his hands. He doesn't have to do much. Doesn't have to do much in order to show his control over you. And there are guys who get off on that. Just to let you know. So don't go blaming all men for why you continuously are in toxic situations with your ex. And I tell this to guys all the time too. Don't let women waste your time. Don't let ex-girlfriends waste your time. That's why I say I cut off exes, because I don't want them wasting my time. I don't want to be your male friend. I don't want to have conversations with you about your new guy. None of that. Because if it's a situation where she trusts you, she's going to be calling. She's going to want to talk to you. You know, she's going to want to tell you the issues that she's going through. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. She's going to want you to hear all the details. You know? She's going to want you to know everything that's going on, because she wants you to be ready and willing to open your arms up to her and take her back. Now, again, you know, exes get back together all the time. But the one type of ex you should never get back with is the one that was distrustful, that you were distrustful of, and one that was unloyal to you. Okay? One who did things for attention and clout, i.e. taking photos in bed with with the guy that you are beefing with. That's not a good look. You know? And I've noticed women do that. I've noticed women will go to the enemy of the guy that they were with, and they will say things about him just to hurt him. But when the dust settles and they don't have anybody, they're going to go back to the guy, you know, begging for another opportunity. But you've already blown it by being a complete attention seeker. You've already shown me that you're not trustworthy. So what is the point of taking you back when you've already shown me that I can't trust you? You've stolen from me. You've told intimate details about our situation to other people. How can I trust you again? And trust is a big thing with a lot of guys. That's what most women probably these days don't really take seriously, is not respect, just the trust. A man wants to be able to trust the woman that he's with. When you look at these celebrities who get put on blast, what's good, David? Are they male or female? Have you noticed that when a female puts one of these guys on blast, the dude doesn't really say anything in response? It is because she's shown that when she's hurt or in her feelings, she's going to put all the business and the information out there, even though she wants you to be discreet. She wants you to be discreet. She wants you to be able to hold secrets. But if y'all break up and the breakup wasn't very good, she's willing to put all your business out there so easily for attention and clout. But once all that is gone and they're irrelevant, then they want to go crawling back to the ex. The same ex they put out there and tried to expose and destroy. Thanks, C. Continue to like the stream, people. Never be the fallback guy. Always continue to move forward. If you and your ex had chemistry, you trust each other, it just wasn't the right time for y'all, and y'all want to give it a second go, I have no issue with that whatsoever. But if it's a female who has shown you without a shadow of a doubt that she's willing to do whatever it takes to destroy you, to embarrass you, to humiliate you, you need to stay as far away from her as possible. I don't care if she look good. I don't care that, you in a dry spell. You need to keep it pushing, because that situation may not end well. She's already shown you that she has no loyalty or respect level for you. If a woman is disrespectful towards you, it's time to go. Don't seek to get in any type of relationship with that person ever again. But once again, you have a lot of men who think with the wrong head, and that's why you have women who are able to do the things that they do, and they're able to be forgiven. You see, women can go around and get with another guy, and they can claim where they weren't loved enough. They needed something. They need something. So they stepped out of a relationship. They'll talk about how, he messed around too. I'll tell you, women can be very calculating. Okay. Women can be very calculating, man. They will let you go around and have side chicks and deal with all these different women. But there's going to come a day when they're going to cash in all that pain. They're going to cash in all that pain. All the stuff you put them through. They're just gonna make it easier and easier and easier for them to go out and do what they want to do. But it's not gonna be like right after, or they find out you're doing this and that. They're gonna wait. They're gonna be calculating. And when that relationship is over and she's dating one of your best friends, or she's dating a guy that you live down the street from, or one of your ex-high school friends, or somebody that you knew in your city, then you need to understand that, man, she's cashing in that pain. All the stuff that she claims that he put her through, she's going to use it against him. But those people can still come together again. Breaking up and getting back together. Breaking up and getting back together. It's very toxic, man. And if you know your ex is toxic, leave him alone, man. Leave it alone. You okay. You're doing all right. You don't need to open that can of worms. No good is going to come from that. You got to be able to be okay with being by yourself. Especially if you're a young guy. If you're a young guy, you should be okay being by yourself, man. Especially if you have your own. But too many guys are thinking with the wrong head, and that's what's putting them in a lot of bad positions, man. When you are a guy of money and resources and you continuously choose the wrong women, that is a you problem. That is a you problem. We do have a lot of guys who are mentally weak when it comes to the type of women they deal with, and they wonder why they're paying child support for multiple children. Why your exes can't stand you. Why your exes try to ruin you when it comes to support. A lot of guys have got to do better. Don't get on social media and complain when you chose the women you chose. As simple as that. And then you go back to these women. You claiming they did this, that, and the third. And then you go right back to them. It reminds me of a video that I saw. I saw this video, right? And it was of this guy who came home early from work. And I guess his girlfriend was laying on the couch. And I don't know if he went to the bathroom or what, but he found a recently used condom So it was either in the I think it was in the trash, and he picked it up and he showed her, and he was recording it, and he had it in his hand, and apparently this girl may have been messing around with somebody before he got home. Okay, and they was arguing back and forth. He talking about he done with her, and one of the interesting things about the video and some of the comments that I saw, there was a guy, right, that was standing outside and he was talking to him. So I guess he's a guy who stays in the apartment area. And a lot of people came to the conclusion that the dude that he may have been talking to outside might have been the one smashing his girlfriend. And what's interesting is the dude claimed that he had slept with his girlfriend the night before. And even though she got some dizzy the night before, she still took the time that morning to get her some more. Yeah, man, this dude, he said, dude picked up, it was like a yellow condom. And he talked about how the condom was still wet, which means that right before he walked in that house, the dude was probably still in there or he was leaving. Now, my first reaction, and I'm pretty sure others, is why is he holding it? Why are you holding it, bro? And he's holding it. You know? Why are you holding that condom, bro? And of course, and you know what's very interesting is that I don't think the girl works, but I think he does. If you didn't know anything about this situation, what's good, T Malone, you would think that he was a pookie, right? But the dude had a job and the female didn't. And he's at work and he comes home early. And I believe he came home early because he knew his girlfriend was messing around before. And it might have been by the guy that was standing outside talking to him. Might have been the one up in his girl. Because the dude, when the guy went upstairs, right, he was recording. The guy from outside came in and he stood at the door. Maybe because he was trying to protect her from you, bro. Because if you would have took a swing at this chick, man, he might have would have took a swing on you. So you also have to be careful of your surroundings. Be careful of your surroundings at all times. But yeah, man, some guys go above and beyond to show what's going on, man. Now, the reason why I brought that situation up is because I know that guy's gonna go back to where they live together. Okay? Ain't no telling how long he's been working. So, yeah, man, holding up, listen, if your girl is messing around and you have an inkling, just let it go, bro. Take that L and move on. Because if she did it once, she's probably going to do it again. She's probably going to do it again. And it's probably going to be with somebody that you least expect it to. Might be the guy you talking to. Might be your neighbor. It might be your neighbor, you know. It might be the landlord. It might be that dude that don't do nothing all day, just stand around. You know, might be selling a bag here or there, you know. But you out here getting emotional, you know. First you go from mad, then you go to emotional because of what your girl did. I don't care how angry I am. I'm not picking up no guy's used rubber. You know, I may show you where it's at, but that I'm not going that far. But that's what happens when you are emotional, man, and you just don't know what to do. It was the mailman, Jay. It could have been the mailman, you know, the guy who delivers the mail personally to the crib. You know, he delivered it personally to her, you know. But you just never know, man. Just because a woman is in a relationship or married don't mean that she won't look for other options out there. You know, but at the end of the day, The dude he's gonna take her back. You know, it reminds me also. I did a video response a couple years back, right, of this video that went viral on World Star. This guy caught his girlfriend or wife. I think it might have been his wife. He was recording himself outside the door, right? So he opens the door, turns the light on, and his wife and this other dude is on the couch, no clothes on. And the chick didn't know what universe she was in. Because he walked in, and I think he said, like, I know you're cheating and you're doing this and that and blah, blah, blah. Then he walks out and shuts the door. Just very calm, right? I mean, a lot of us did response videos to this guy. Did y'all know this guy went around doing copyright claims on those videos? After he put the video out, you caught your wife getting boned on your couch. And what was funny is that the dude was sitting there on the couch and he didn't even flinch. He was just sitting there. And his girlfriend or wife in that situation, she was on the chair. She didn't know what universe she was in. She looked like she was dizzy drunk. Okay? And this dude's gonna come in calm, like, I know you're cheating, doing this all along. I'm gonna leave now. Okay? And he shuts the door and leaves. You know? And then this guy puts the video out and then goes and copyright claims all the video responses that was done to it. You know why? Because he took that woman back. He took that woman back. She embarrassed you, bro. You caught her getting boned in your house on the couch that you sit on to watch ESPN or VH1, whatever you watch. And they just sitting on there with no clothes on. The girl, she ain't even saying that. She just sitting there like, oh, whatever. Like she wanted to get back to what she was doing. And that's the woman that you love. That's your girlfriend or wife. I think it might have been his wife. House. That's how little respect she has for you, bro. She wanted to get that Dizzy so bad that she was willing to do that in your house. Because the dude ain't gonna take her back to his house. But he is gonna come to your house. He is gonna come back to your house and do that because they have little to no respect for you. That's what I mean about the fallback guy. That's what I mean about these guys who take these women back after these women embarrass and humiliate them. You recorded your wife getting boned on the couch. You put the video out. And then you copyright claimed the fucking videos. Because you took her back. Because I think when she came to her senses and realized what you had done, she probably begged you not to put it out there. These are the type of males that we're dealing with. Okay, I'm having an issue with my stream right now. I'm having an issue with my stream. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm having an issue with my stream right now. So I don't know how long it's going to last. I really don't want to have to do no 2 streams. I really don't want to have to fucking do no 2 streams. Okay, it looks like it's good now. Let's see. Maybe that's what it is. Move that. Okay, Steven, I'm good. All right. What's good, D? Like I was saying, man, when you take these women back and they do it to you again, You do that to yourself. And there are a lot of men that like abuse. There are a lot of these guys that like abuse. They like when women cheat on them, disrespect them, get in their face. And they're not always the dudes that you think they are. This dude had cock all in your wife's mouth, bro. In your house. And you take her back. And you got to kiss her in the mouth. And you can listen to this guy and know that he is 100% complete beta male. And there are a lot of guys like this. There were a guy who put up a video, y'all probably seen it, when he confronted his wife about cheating and she started crying. She started crying as if he was gonna beat her ass, because he probably done beat her up before. Probably not say beat her up. He probably done smacked her before. Or he's probably the breadwinner. He makes a lot of money, and she knew that he would kick her to the curb. And I bet that guy took that woman back. You know, Righteous Micto, who is what? Who is what? Who is what? Stop worrying about the pictures and the videos. You got a lot of weak men out here who, because they're getting sex on a regular, they will entertain women who do nothing but demean them, disrespect them, cheat on them, show them absolutely no respect, get in their face, clown them in front of family members and friends. I've seen it. I've seen women just talk dog shit to the guy they with, and they will do it loudly and proudly. What's good, William? That's what I call a fallback guy. Hold up. Wait a minute. What is going on here? Hold on. Let me reload this. Okay. Yo, like the stream, people. Okay, we about to take phone calls. Take a few phone calls. Don't linger on the line, please. I want to get to as many people as possible. Yo, especially like the guy who went and filed all those copyright claims was about 4 years ago. I have absolutely no respect for you, bro. And you get what you get as far as taking a woman back who you caught live on video cheating. You did that to yourself, man. And she's probably going to do it again. Or the chick that you found in your house with the condom and you take her back because you're getting sex on the regular and she has a big ass. I'm telling you right now, if a chick has a big ass, these guys are going to forgive her. They are. Just like the guy who caught his girl with a condom. You know, she's a thick, what you would call a thick girl. And because she thick, he gonna take her back. That's the call-in number, people. Take a few phone calls, man. Yeah, man, it was live, man. The dude recorded the video as he was entering his home. So he didn't know what he was going to see. And she was in another universe. She was in another goddamn universe. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Jada? You already know, man. It's D-stroke on there, man.
What's going on?
Yeah, man, that's pathetic, man. If dudes really out here doing that, man, you know, I've seen that. You know, I've seen dudes that know that their girl is out there snoring it out, man, and it's like they so scared to lose her because the box is so good or whatever, but there's no box in the world that's that good, man. That's just like, damn, like where's your self-respect at as a man?
Yeah.
You know? I remember, man, like it was this one dude, man. His whole team knew that his girl was messing around. Matter of fact, it was his fiance, you know, that was messing around, man. And these was his homeboys that he grew up with, you know. And you know how they knew? Because they was all running a train on her behind his back. Yeah, man. You know, and the whole neighborhood knew about it. You know what I'm saying? But nobody told him because, you know, word was that he was involved with, you know, certain associations. You know what I mean? So if it had got out, that could have ended up causing, like, you know, a ripple effect, man. You know, because, you know, you got dudes out there that's, you know, ready to kill over a female, man. You know, that's not even worth it. You know, it's like, yo, listen, man, I'm not killing over no female unless you my mother, you know, or one of my family members. You know, you're not worth it. You know. But these bros, man, you got some of these chicks that's real grimy, man. They just don't care at all, man. You know, it'd be like they want to do things for attention. You know.
Yeah.
That's just horrible, man. And I had to work, but yeah, that's a good one right here, bro.
All right, cool. Well, appreciate the call, man.
Yes, sir. Easy.
All right. Shout out to you, man. You live with Jay the Black. What's going on?
Hey, Jay, what's going on, man? It's your boy. How you doing, man?
What's good, man?
Oh, I just want to say I like the topic for tonight, man.
Thanks.
And, yo, the fallback guy shit, it's crazy, dog.
Yeah.
It's wild, man. I feel bad for the dudes out there. Fellas, just don't waste your time with useless estrogen, know what I'm saying? Don't be a fallback guy. I do got a quick question for you, though.
Okay.
And I asked in the chat. So they're all fallback guys. Can you consider a woman who's like an old ex or whatever a fallback girl? Only reason why I ask is because oftentimes when it comes to relationships, there's just the whole, you know, complex of double standards. Some things don't apply to certain genders, and it's like, if there's always a fallback guy, can there be a fallback girl?
Oh yeah, a lot of guys go back to their exes. I know some. That will go back to them. Yeah, so they definitely have that. Yeah.
I know so. Yeah, I just want to know because I'm like, fallback guys. It just seems that it's more common. Now, I mean, you don't hear a lot of the fallback girl scenarios, or it's
because,
more so hidden in the
I said it earlier.
It's more so the fallback.
Yeah, I said it earlier. You know, guys, dry spell when they not really doing much. They ain't with nobody. They'll call up an ex quick.
Right. Facts. Facts. That's fact. All right, then, man. I just wanted to call in and talk my shit, man. Keep doing what you're doing. We always gonna support you.
All right, cool, man. Well, thanks for the call, man. All right. Shout out.
All right, peace.
Shout out to caller there. Yeah, man. You know, a lot of guys. Not a lot, but there are guys who will go back to ex-girlfriends. Yeah, that definitely does happen. I wouldn't say it happens a lot, but it happens. Especially if the guy needs a place to stay. Yeah, that laugh was crazy, man. Yeah, that laugh was crazy, man. Y'all claim I have a villain laugh. All right, anybody else want to call in? See you, Turner. What's up? Yeah, man. I laughed. I was like, man, you got a bunch of people in there, broski? Watching the show? I guess I agreed on something. I don't know. Maybe it was an agreement. All right, let's see. The lines are still open, but I can close them. Yeah, dude, they had that DC Comics early 90s laugh. The best comments, by the way. Anyway, that DC villains, the DC animated series enemies, not the enemies, are bad guys laugh. I met my wife after my friend dogged down my girl. Really, Simply Cass? That's crazy. Did you left her alone? You ain't fuck with her no more? That's crazy. Nigga laugh frightened me like 3 seconds. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Mike. That was definitely that Joker laugh. Definitely got that down pat, bro. Batman the Animated Series laugh. Right. All right, you live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Jaye.
Yo, what's up, man?
Man, this is my main man.
What's good, man?
What's going on? All right, man. You know I'm back at you. I'm like, man, I'm listening to your little title, man. This is a good one, too, man. I like this one, too.
Okay.
So my thing is this, man. Everybody, you know, people can be, I mean, it's more fallbacks than there are, like, alphas that ain't on that or whatnot. And then you ain't going to hear too many stories about females doing it, being fallbacks more than dudes, because there's more females out here than it is dudes. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Number-wise.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the fallbacks, it's a lot more of those out there than it is the dudes that they ain't fallbacks, that they don't care. They ain't really too pressed and desperate for the attention to have a female all up in their face. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Do that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
But man, that's really all I really had to say, man.
Right.
I ain't really got too much to really say on this little subject. It is gonna be with.
All right, appreciate it, man. Shout out to the caller. The lines are open. Let me put the phone number back in the chat. Yeah. You know what? Y'all know what's crazy? And I just had this thought. Social media is oversaturated with women who like show off their ass. Like, have y'all noticed that? It's like oversaturated. Every female you know is showing you the size of it. And they're all telling you that they got it from the gym. Somebody's lying. Okay. What doctor did you go to first before you went to the gym? Inquiring minds want to know. Yo, you live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Yo, Jay, what's happening, man?
What's good, bro?
Can't call it, man.
All right.
Yo, this topic right here is fire, man.
Thanks.
All right, I got a question for you.
All right.
I'm pretty sure you may know the answer to this, but
I'm pretty sure.
What is the number one indicator that a female will sense that you could be the fallback guy?
I think when she first meets you, she'll know that, okay, if I break up with this person, I know they're still going to be there. You know? They'll hang on to them as friends, you know? They'll say, oh, I'm still friends with this person. You know, I'm still cool with them.
Right.
But you already had sex with them, which means that it doesn't take much for you to have sex with them again, unless you're just not physically attracted to them anymore. you know?
Right. Shit, man. I got a little experience, a little story of my own. So my ex, who I was dealing with off and on for like a year and a half, like the first year we had dated, and like something was just like off about her, like spiritually, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I would let her just talk, because you know, the more and more these females talk, they just tell on themselves what she did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I basically, it didn't take no time for me to have her figured out. So I just was entertaining the shit just to see how, you know, far the shit could go. You know, long story short, it was one hell of a deep ass rabbit hole. But I kept dumping her like 1,000 times, and she would always bring it back up, like, "Oh my God, you keep dumping me. What's wrong? Like, you act like you don't want to be with me." But you know, she would slowly come back around, and I would just entertain it because, you know, she had a fat ass, she was thick, she was cute, little young little thought lady. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, like the cognitive dissonance in this bitch is astronomical, man. Like, she was just one of the females that would just say one thing, the actions would be completely different. And I'm like, yo, this bitch is trapping. So I'm like, yo, man, I'm like totally done with you. Even when we like stopped fucking around with each other, or when we wasn't together no more, and we was just fucking, I just had to kick her to the curb, man. She was just too toxic, man. A pure succubi, man. A pure succubi. And I thought it was just me, but after I did some background checks, I seen that all of her past relationships was like that shit. I seen that her relationship with her parents was toxic. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, wow, like this bitch got problems. But one thing, I will get a hold of this. I will give her this. She was really, really honest about herself. She even told me like her body count. She even told me her body count, and this was like a year like afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like certain type of shit I didn't really want to know, but I found out, and I was like, wow, this bitch go.
Well, that's the first
From that moment, I was like, nah, I can't. I don't even want to fuck you, man. You know what I'm saying? Too much, man.
Wow.
Too much, man.
She got real honest with you. Got real honest with you, huh?
Yeah, she got real. Shit got real. And I was like, you know what? I can at least respect you for that shit. But I ain't gonna fuck with you though. You know what I'm saying? Too many soul ties, man. Too many soul ties. And it even got to the point where, you know, I started to see myself, like I wasn't like being myself, you know what I'm saying? Like slowly at the time. And I was like, man, this shit really fucking with a nigga. Like, I gotta like leave you alone. Because I'll fucking end up being like you and lose myself completely. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I ain't got kids with the bitch. I ain't got kids now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I feel bad for any dude who get with that bitch or get her knocked up. Shit, that's the baby mama from hell that you don't want. Don't want that. You don't want them problems, man. Don't want them problems.
I hear that, bro. All right, man. Well, I appreciate the call, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, shout out to him to call, man. He had something to get off his chest. That one. Okay, I had 2 missed callers. Okay, Brittany, did you call in? Brittany, did you call in? Could you say you didn't know anybody was on the line? Let's see what this is. Yo, you're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Yo, what's good? Hey, man, how's everything, bruh?
I'm good, man. What's going on with you?
Man, everything good, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Just been chilling today, but, you know, let's go ahead and get to it, man.
All right.
Nobody, you shouldn't, anybody that has respect for themselves as a person should never be the fallback man or woman ever. Alright, you should never do that, because once let's say y'all do get back together, that person will never respect you ever. I'll give you a situation. So you know, I was dating this girl for a little bit, and then things kind of just fell off. And then come to find out she had another dude that was in the military. Made a significantly more money than I did, so he had more resources and stuff, so she went on here with that nigga, which is cool. Go ahead, do your thing. So they were dating for like a few months, and then that shit didn't work out, and then she come back to me and was all like, yeah, he was abusive, he was this, he was that, and all this other stuff, and and was just, just going in on the dude, and kind of wanted me to be the rebound guy, and the ball was in my court, and I was just like, man, what I'm gonna do? I mean, I do like her a lot, but should I take her back? But then I'll just.
Now go ahead.
See, if I had took her back, I would have been the biggest simp of all time. And like after she'd have been fucked and ran through by this dude, and then she wants to come back to me and try to get back with me? Hell no, man. Like, nah, fuck all that, man. Like, you gotta have more respect for yourself. And then you just gotta tell yourself, look, there's other people out here. You know what I'm saying? There's other women out here for you. Like, there's always gonna be another woman out here. I think there's like, for every one guy, it's like 7 women. So you'll find another woman. You just gotta have more confidence in yourself and have more self-respect for yourself, because I'm telling you, when you take that person back, they're going to show their ass, because they already know, well, I did all this and this motherfucker still took me back. Well, shit, I can do whatever I want to do, and that's why, you just gotta have confidence in yourself and more self-respect for yourself.
Definitely. That's why you never is somebody's option B or C when they get fresh out of a relationship and they don't want to be alone. And they calling you. She
was calling me to be the shoulder to cry on, but I didn't take her back because she did me dirty. Like she was fucking with both of us at the same time, because like right after you get finished with me, you're already in a relationship. Like, come on now, like that's crazy. But just get this. But in today's time, that's frowned upon, because because the media and TV and all this, you always see people going back to whoever did them wrong or whatever, especially in these damn Tyler Perry movies and shit. But in real life, it shouldn't go down like that. You need to just move on and live your life, man, and leave that person to the side, because they don't really give a fuck about you. They just don't want to be alone. That's all it is, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, dog. Keep doing what you're doing. And you know what it is, man. Red pill all motherfucking day.
Red pill all day, man. Shout out to you for the call, man. All right.
No problem.
All right, good call. Yeah, man. I mean, somebody does you dirty, you definitely don't want to go through that again, ever. You just want to be able to move forward. Leave the past in the past. That's what we do. Gotta leave the past in the past. Because if she calling, she just calling because she wants some, throbbing. She wants some dick. And once she get it, she might say, you know what? That was okay, but I still don't like you. So you done been hearing her talk about her ex, now ex, for about 2-3 days, and then gave her some dick. Now she ready to, I guess, move forward then. So she, you got those situations where you get used, you get used, and then she off back disliking you again. I'm not saying that every situation with an ex is bad, but if you dealt with a female that cheated on you, that disrespected you, of course, you gotta leave that alone, man, because if they did it once and they come back to you and you forgive them, they're willing to do that again, probably do even worse, because they're like, if that didn't make you change your perspective of me, then nothing will. Even though I'm not a prude, I understand that women gonna do what they do. Women have needs just like men do. But if you out here, double digit clutching, that's on you. Right, Sarah Lou. She calmed her urges down and she back to being humble. Now she want to be celibate.
She want to be celibate for about 3 days. And the thing is, too, if somebody that you with, right, immediately goes into a relationship after y'all broke up, they've been building that other relationship for months, probably years. You know, they were just ready to move on. They had found somebody who they wanted to be with, and they're ready to move on. Because relationships are tough, man. It really is. You put a lot into it. And when the person can just leave and hop into a new relationship quickly, that lets you know that they've been building that relationship for a while now. What's going on? You live?
What's poppin', Jay?
Hey, what's
Brittany B?
What's good,
How are
Brittany
you?
B? I'm good, Brittany B. What's going on with you? You good?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
All right.
So I just wanted to call in this evening to give my input on the topic. So, first of all, I would like to say that I don't believe every guy is necessarily a fall guy. Just like men, I know men who have gone back to past relationships because they found that the woman they were actually with was in fact a good woman. You know how some men like just want to see what's out there?
Yeah.
They do that, and then some of them come back to the woman who they were actually with, who treated them well, who was worth it, but they couldn't see it at the time. So I do think that people mature. Wouldn't you say? Like, I mean,
Yeah, they do. I think over time they do. I've seen a lot of women who are like 40 now, and their perspective is a lot different than it was when they were in their 20s or even in their early 30s. But it takes a while, though. You know, I think for women, because if they look good, they're able to get away with certain things, and they feel like no matter what, they're gonna have somebody. But when they at a point to where they're not getting the same type of men they're used to getting, you know, I think that's when it sets in for them. Yeah.
so in your case, you said you never go back. But what if you did something? Like, what if it was because this is what I'm saying, that there are men who realize that they had some maturing to do. They go and find themselves, I don't know. Do you feel like you would potentially go back to a woman if you felt like at the time you just weren't the right man for her?
Well, yeah, I mentioned it earlier. I'm gonna cut you off. I mentioned it earlier about how, you know what, when people are together, especially when they're like at a younger age, they're not really making a lot of money. They're not really anywhere in life. They break up and then they get back together years later. That happens a lot too. So I could see that happening. Let's say if you're at different stages of your life and you decided, because the relationship ended very amicably, you know, it didn't end badly. You don't hate each other. It wasn't toxic. So those good feelings are still there. So because those good feelings are still there, you're more willing to give it a second chance. To me, when you're a fallback guy, your ex has been dating this guy, that guy, you know, has been dating multiple men, in and out of relationships, probably had a couple kids, and they're calling you now. You know, after all these failed relationships, they calling you now. They haven't matured at all. You know, they want you to be the quick fix, so they don't have to fix themselves. You know.
Okay. Well, I think that's kind of like men and women think that way. You know, I honestly, women are starting to think that way more these days, but men have thought that way long and long before. Like, they're always gonna be like this woman, even if she's a good woman, it's like she's always gonna be there. So I can just do whatever the fuck I want, and she's gonna, you know, accept me and my bullshit. I mean, men think that way.
I mean, yeah.
And I'm not gonna be biased about this, but I think it's more of a man thing than a woman thing. Because I
Really?
know people who
Really?
have taken back women who have taken back their exes. But they've had some maturing to do. You know, I mean, the man has cheated. I mean, for me right now, I can't. Like my friends and I, we talk about this, and I always said that I would never take someone back who has cheated on me. Like, I've never been cheated on, not that I know of, you know. But if I do, if that ever happened to me, I really can't say, like, how I would act. So do you feel like I would be a fallback woman if, like, somebody, like, cheated on me and I took them back, we worked through things? Because especially, I can't say when I'm married that I'll just be, you know, 100% I'm leaving. You know, I think it would take time. And I also think that if
Brittany.
kids are involved, and
Brittany.
But what would you say in that situation?
Again, it could be either way, but I would say if a person is cheating on you and a person is toxic, the relationship ends badly, and you go back to that person, you are a fallback girl, because that person is showing you that you can't.
A guy has cheated now, I'm not no fool, you know. Mama didn't raise a fool, so I can't just like allow someone to cheat on me and take them back. But I'm saying that I don't know what will happen in that situation. But if somebody did, I wouldn't be able to take somebody who just continuously, you know, cheat on me or mess with me. But what I'm saying is that there are men that cheat, you know, there are women that cheat. But for guys, it's you know, they do it more frequently.
Well, let me just say this, Brittany.
Like
let me say this, Brittany.
So,
Brittany.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? With women, should be a lot more careful of the men that they date. They shouldn't be out here throwing around their box, okay? Yes, men are going to be different. If men have options, men are going to utilize those options. But men and women shouldn't be competing for how many people they can sleep with. Women should have, you know, be in a situation where when it comes to relationships, you're a lot smarter, because you do have options and you are going to be choosing the type of men you're going to be having relations with. So therefore, you should know to pick a guy that you want to be with in a relationship with long term. But as far as being a fallback guy, when I speak about fallback guys, I'm talking about guys who, again, are getting cheated on by the woman that they're with. The relationship is toxic. She's not feminine at all. Like, if you're in those situations and you take her back, knowing all this, you're definitely a fallback guy. And with women, listen, if a dude not only has cheated on you, but has cheated on multiple women, and you take that guy back, do you think he's changed? Like, do you believe in your heart that he's changed?
If a man does, well, that's what I was asking you, because this is conversations that I have with my friends, you know. Like, we watch shows, and sometimes we're just like, you know, oh, well, if something like that happened, I do this, that, and other, and then, you know, we come to the realization, like, oh, well, you know, we just don't know what could possibly happen. But I'm not talking about, like, someone who's continuous does something like that. I was just asking your opinion because, you know, this is not, like, totally on topic, but I just like to get a male's perspective.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
And listen, also, I wanted you to speak about, like, women being fallback women, because there are fallback women out there.
I may do a show on it, Brittany, but I gotta go, Brittany, okay?
Now that will, okay. All right, Jay. Thank you for your time.
All right, no problem. Thanks for calling in, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye. Shout out to Brittany B. I love the conversation with Brittany B, but I had to go. Okay. Had to go, Brittany B. I might just do a secondary show. I want y'all to understand my definition of being a fallback guy. You're literally the shoulder to cry on for a woman that made your life hell. You know, if it's a situation, again, where you both ended the relationship on really good terms, you went your separate ways, and you decide to get together, that's a little different. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
How you doing, Jay? This is Dave Little. How you doing today?
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm doing good.
Not much, man. I was gonna follow up what you were saying earlier. I was in at least like 2 years ago. I was in a situation where I worked in an office and I dated a girl there who her friend set me up with her, saying that she was with.
Okay.
Ever, want to get away from this, and I dated her. And what I didn't realize was, like, and actually I didn't realize it, but I ignored it and simped out. She would go to him, different places during lunchtime at work. And what happened was, after we had one heated argument, I broke it with her. Then my sister-in-law shows me on Facebook that she's been with each other. So that's a wow. Like, how do you feel about that? We were saying earlier about that.
Oh, okay, can you say it again, because the connection is going in and out, bro?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but the connection is going in and out.
All right. I was just saying the situation was basically, I dated a girl in my office. This is a long time ago, 2 years ago, and she had broken up with a dude or whatever, but she was continuing, I guess, seeing him, and I didn't know. We dated for like a month and a half. I had gotten in a heated argument, and I told her I ended it right there because we got in one weird argument. Then my sister-in-law pulled her Facebook up and shows her she's with that dude. Like they moved in and all hugged up together. So I appreciate you for saying that, but how do you feel like what you were saying earlier about that? Having other things in the background. Like you were saying something about that earlier, and it kind of like associated to that.
Okay. Yeah, man, your phone was going in and out. Honestly, bro, I think that if you're dealing with a female who's dealing with another guy publicly, then she really doesn't see you as anything long term. Maybe you're just a short term situation.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it was a weird situation, and when I saw her, I was getting lunch from her. I saw a dude outside, shook his hand, and thought he was a friend. But she had him in the back. What I found out was after everything was going anyway, so I found out he was in the back burner. And when you said that's why I called in, because I wanted to chime up. Kudos for saying that. Because I didn't think women would do that, But again, in this culture, when you're
the times are different. The times are different. Times are definitely different these days.
Yeah, being raised blue pill, becoming red pill, and seeing this stuff, it's just like wow. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you for talking about this. This definitely needs to be addressed. And shout out to that video you did on Maya, man. I didn't realize that basketball like that.
Yeah, man, I'm getting some good feedback on that video. The video, it was made in love. I don't hate Maya. I just want to tell her story, okay?
Me either. Yeah, especially if you don't date non-vegans.
Yeah.
Like, wow, why not?
Only date vegans.
Pickens are slim at that age range, so unless she wants a young dude, she's gonna have to, make some compromises. But anyway, man, much love to your content, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep expanding.
All right, cool, man. Well, thanks for the call, man. All right.
All right, thanks for your time, man.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it. Appreciate the call, man. Yeah, that's gonna be it for the calls. But I appreciate everybody for calling in, participating. Yeah, the Maya video, again, was a video I felt needed to be made. Some people may not like it, Some people may hate it, but, I'm a content creator who's a thinker. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Creating something to give a different perspective. And if you haven't seen it, make sure you go over there and look and view it. It's almost to 1,000 likes. So shout out to everybody liking the video, man. I'll do as many of those videos as y'all want me to do. Your Maya still looks good, man. That's the thing. Like, you got a woman who looks good, who is business savvy. He has a $4 million net worth. She keeps herself looking good, body wise. Like, why are you single? Why have you been single for so goddamn long? Some of your best years, you were single. The last 8 years, you pretty much been single. Your Maya's most of her 30s, she's been single for most of her 30s. Can you believe that shit? All right, Brittany B. Good call. For pretty much the majority of your 30s, you were single. I don't get it. Well, Beth, I'm pretty sure that you can better that. You have the personality to do so. Yeah, same thing with Sanaa Lathan, man. You wasting your best years away for what? Pretty much, Trex. You know, you're wasting your best years doing what exactly? Oh, being a vegan and restarting your music career. And what's going to happen is all these younger women are going to surprise. It's already difficult enough for older women to date. Because a lot of older men, and I was thinking about this while I went live, a lot of older men who have money and resources, for the most part, are not checking for older women. I'm sorry. And Maya, if you're looking for a man your age or older, it's going to be difficult no matter how good you look, because you pretty much are already stuck in your ways, and they don't see any value in dating you if they can't mold you to be the woman they want, especially a guy who is successful. You know, he don't want to deal with a headache, extra, so to speak. And a lot of older women got to understand, you don't have the options you may think you do, especially if you're looking for a man over the age of 40, because a lot of those guys are looking for younger women in their 20s. Ask Leonardo DiCaprio, he don't date women his age, and I don't think he ever will. But you keep waiting. You keep waiting around. You got a lot of these older brothers going overseas. You think they're looking for women their age? Don't think so. And when you try to tell some of these women this, they don't want to believe it. Why do you think they're so angry about these guys going to these different countries? Why do you think that these females are upset that these guys who are in their dating age is going overseas? Appreciate that, Justin. Because these guys are not checking for women their age in the United States. They're looking for women who are younger, who are in other countries, and it bothers them because those are the men that they want. They are in the age range they want. They may have disposable income. They make money, and those men would rather go to different countries than date them. It bothers them because it cuts into their dating, you know. And what they have to understand is, if these older guys are not checking for you, it is because they feel like you're not dating material. Just because you're their age does not mean you're dating material. And it ain't just me saying this. It's them. Go ask them. Ask any successful man over the age of 40 or 45 the type of women he wants. He ain't thinking about no 40-year-old woman. But here you got these women talking about, I want me an older man because he's more mature. He's at a certain point in his life. Even though most of them guys ain't never getting married or never getting married again. They want to travel. They don't want to be stuck living a boring life. I know. That's the thing, Christy. I know she's 40, but she's the one who won't date a guy who's not a vegan. And I'm pretty sure she has very, very high standards as far as maybe his looks or, i.e., his age, that she still has not found. For Maya to say that she was gonna kiss a guy, but because his breath smelled like death, because he was a meat eater, she said she wanted nothing to do with him. Do you know how petty that is? Seriously? Do you know how petty it is to say you won't date a guy because he eats meat? So most of those guys who in the gym and they have those bodies that y'all like so much, they eat a lot of steak. Not all of them, but they eat a lot of red meat. They're not vegans for the most part. Okay, Johnny, I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Right. She knew the guy for 10 years. And that is the one thing that kept you from dating him. You could have helped that. You could cook him some nice vegan meals every night. Yeah, man. All right, people. Shout out to everybody that's here. Yeah, the phone lines are definitely down. Make sure y'all follow me Facebook, Twitter, Instagram to get notifications. Do you hear me? Also, make sure y'all go and check out the 2 videos I posted today. I posted a video on this channel that you're on and one on my Jada Black channel that y'all can go and check out. Oh, hold on. Let's see if I'm gonna get the link and see y'all can go to the video. All right. Yeah, man, these vegans, man, they point their finger at people. But yeah, I'm about to go ahead and wrap the stream up. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, man, that called in, that donated. Shout out to the donators. I'll probably be back live Wednesday. If anything changes, you'll see me live. If anything changes. All right. Let's see what else. If you want to send me articles or videos to do video responses to, or to do videos on, y'all can send it to the email. The email is in the description box. All right. All right, people. Hopefully y'all have a good rest of your afternoon. And I will see y'all on the next one. All right. Take care.